Too bad it wasn't Halloween then, right? Huh?
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
Uh-huh.
What's going on? YouTube world. God, I don't know why it's that way.
No, you had it right. Go back to the old way because what I see is the opposite.
Okay, yeah, because like this is like
That's Michael. Yes,
Yep.
that's pointing to Michael. Yes.
But now for me, that's pointing off in the corner.
Oh no, that's
Michael's right.
Yeah, keep it consistent. Keep it the way you've always done it because it's right on screen. It may not look right to you.
Michael, something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
And Dave, IRP 270.
Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden that would have changed on your screen though. That's weird because once you got it figured out, everything was good.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, well, that's very easy. Because normally it's like it's usually it's the opposite.
Yeah.
But for
mine is
reason,
I had to think about what I was doing.
yes.
Like,
Well,
okay,
that's the thing. It is. It's the opposite. Like
Yep.
I'm
Steve
pointing to my right.
Yes. Yep.
But when you think about it, if I were to technically turn around, Dave is technically to my right. So if I'm pointing to my right, then that would, that makes sense. But
yeah, because I had to look at my screen. I'm like, okay, Steve is above Brett Favre. Well, Brett Favre is to my left, even though he's right on my screen.
Yep. Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah. Technology.
Yeah, but just go back to the way you've always done it, Dave, and you should be right unless for some reason your phone decides to change again or something. Because it just started last week.
Yeah.
Because when you were doing it, I was like, no, Dave, no. You had it right the first time because you've been doing it for so long. It's second nature, and then all of a sudden it doesn't look the right way on when you're looking at it. I'm like, no, you're good.
Yeah, technology, it's a treat. It's a Baz. Scott. Michael's in here. Brian.
Yep. It's been a while since Mike's actually been here at the start of a show. Usually he kind of pops in late and then is gone within a matter of minutes.
Well, I saw he's been posting some stuff on Instagram too, so.
Well, it's not like he doesn't have more important things to do.
Well, I know.
I'm not saying that you were implying anything.
I'm very much insinuating that fucking get some posts up, some goddamn content.
He's working on it. He posted one tonight.
I saw
earlier today.
Gold standard.
Yep, that's what I was referring to. And Scott says there's no basketball, so
well,
that's the only reason why he's here early. So now we know it's all. Oh yeah, we already knew that. It's all surrounding sports.
If I don't have anything else going on, I'll tune in.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that is. Like if there's nothing else more important or better for me to do, I'll tune this in for a minute.
If I go down the totem pole, like, okay, that's not on. That's okay. Ryan Hall, y'all. There's no weather going on, so
yeah. We're down below the lowest. Like we're underground. This is true. But for anybody who has experienced the Vinny, then all of us know exactly how that feels.
Oh, and much love to him, but yeah, that's.
Vinny essentially doubles the amount of cards I have every year in my entire collection.
If it wasn't for Vinny, I would have 0 ads to the TD collection.
Yeah.
Just saying. I actually did win something on eBay today.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing Terrell Davis related. I was going to bid on something, and then it's like, no, Charlie had a vet appointment this morning, and I was like,
Yeah.
By the time I had to leave, and it just bad timing. I should have bid like something stupid, because it's one I hadn't seen in a long time, and it was going for fairly cheap considering. But no, I bought a magic card only to help get us one step closer to building our master set.
Yeah.
So,
Have you moved anything yet?
I've had $1,200 in gross sales to this point,
Can't be mad at that.
and that doesn't include the Mikey.
Well, yeah. The Mikey's going to sell for more than that alone. By a lot.
And I'm being a cheap ass. I'm waiting until April so I can get my free listings again before I list anything else again.
And nothing wrong with that either. The way they scalp you with fees and
13.5% now is what they fucking charge for final value fees for
Is
over
it?
$10. Yeah, 13.25%.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's up from 10%. Because it used to be 10%, and then you had the PayPal fee of it used to be 2.9 plus 25 cents or something like that.
Yeah, now of course no PayPal fees.
Yeah, kind of just ran it as basically assuming 14% is what fees were going to cost.
Yeah, but
Steve spinning.
Let me know when I'm back.
You're back.
The crazy thing is, and like I knew they had increased their fees. Like I knew that going into this, but this is the first time I've sold shit probably in, I don't know, 6-7 years, give or take. And back in those time, if memory serves me right, they still had their tiered fees. Like they hadn't changed anything. It was only when, it probably would have been before that because it was long before COVID. Long before COVID, the last time I sold.
Yeah.
So they started increasing their fees for the sports card, category around that time. And then they just fucking keep adding to it. And I saw that. I was like, anything under $10, I don't remember what it is, but $10 and up. So $10.01 and up. And there's no cap, I don't think. It's 13.25% is what they charge you in fees.
Damn.
And then there's an additional something. I don't know what the other. There's another charge associated to it. And I don't fucking remember what it is, but it's stupid.
If I list stuff on eBay, it's just so somebody finds me somewhere else to buy it.
Well, I mean, my eBay name is the same as my Instagram. So like,
yep. Yeah, anytime there's something on eBay I find that I like, I'm like, go straight to Instagram and see if I can find that username.
Yeah.
But, it's nobody on Instagram knows I deal or do anything magic. So, I mean, it's like people aren't going to think to go look that path or take that path to go see. But
I'll tell you what,
again,
none of the people that follow me, they absolutely hate everything except for football. In the sense that my stuff gets zero interaction if it's not football. My OV captain's patch has 31 likes.
Which is just ridiculous.
The patch auto, the logo patch auto has 39.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah. When all my, anytime I post bigger football cards, they typically go over 100 eventually.
Right.
But even some of that slowed down a little bit.
Well, you need more hockey people to follow you, and then you'll get more.
For sure. The last post I made that got 100 was my 03 Fabric of the Game 5 out of 4. And it got exactly 100. But I think I think there's a chance I'm gonna be selling that one soon.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move that one.
Well, again, you said the one guy trying to put the master together.
Right. And he just picked up another one for the set. He's down to like needing 8 or 9 cards, something like that.
Which is pure nuts.
Yeah, because it's an 80-some card set.
All jersey numbered.
Yep. Yeah, we went. Did we go through it in after hours of all like who was in it and the fact of what they were numbered to?
Yeah,
I think we did because I know Moon was
one.
Moon's 1, and then the guy has all 7 copies of the Theismann. Yeah, there's a guy who built the set with the 101 Moon, and he has all 7 of the Theismanns and won't let one go to the guy.
Dick.
Mike, yeah, I mean, come on. That's rough. And it's not even that you're a Theismann fan. You just like the set and don't want anybody else to get close.
It'd have to be something where, again, too, you're not gonna give like the bro deal because again, it's to 7.
Right. Yeah.
But if the guy offers strong and you're like, well,
I think he's offered in the past like more than generous.
So it's like, yeah, he's not wanting the Moon.
Well, yeah,
and
if he's making, if he's making 5 or 6 times what he paid for it, like, come on, dude, like, really?
Well, even that Moon to anybody that's not building that set, the Warren Moon's probably, maybe a $600-700 card would be my guess. I don't know what Warren Moon 101 sell for, but probably not a whole lot more than that. Maybe 1,000 if you're generous.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's specifically that set and people collect it, I can't even imagine what that card would bring. Because it's the only, you can only build one set.
Yep.
And he's the only one in the set. I don't remember if there was a 2 or not.
There might have been. I don't remember when we looked through it.
Yeah. He's down to needing, I believe, Moon, Theismann, Favre, Jeff Garcia.
5.
Yep. And let me look. I'm following him, so it shouldn't be difficult to find. Because he just made the post and said the ones he needed.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He picked up Fouts recently. He's down to 9 more for the set. And there's 71 in the set. It's a 71 card. He needs LaMonica, Moon, Theismann, Joey Harrington. Ooh, Harrington's a 3.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Troy Aikman, Brett Favre, Kurt Warner, Jeff Garcia.
Jerry Garcia.
Yeah. And Roy Williams, which Roy Williams at 11, isn't he?
Yeah, somewhere.
I would think it would be that Roy Williams.
Yeah, it would be the Tiger, along with Joey Harrington out of 3. Aikman's out of 8. Warner's out of 13. I don't know Daryl LaMonica's number. He's not one I know.
2. He's low.
Is he?
I think he's low. And we don't have freaking research department here.
I can look him up real quick.
I'm looking it up. Number 3. So I knew it was low.
Yep, that is low. So there's 2 3s in the set at least. Minimum 2. Because Harrington's definitely.
Yeah, because if it's LaMonica with the Raiders, then of course it's going to be number 3.
Yeah, and I assume it is. I don't know why they'd put him with anybody else.
Because if it's the Bills, then he wore a different number.
Yeah.
Leaf certified materials, fabric of the game.
Yeah.
Is the set.
Yep.
I don't remember what year.
03.
03.
03.
Yep. 03.
Sergei Bobrovsky's had a good fourth or third period.
That's it.
No snack, Baz. It's supper.
Dinner. Dinner.
Went old school. It's like I really don't want to do a lot of prep cooking, so it was a spicy jalapeno cheeseburger, old school hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper. Yeah, going way back, Dave.
Like I haven't had. I made a tuna helper. I don't know, 6 months ago, and it just wasn't. God, that's not.
I can't stand the smell of it.
See, and there again, that's like tuna sandwiches. I mean, that's so good.
No.
But
you put potato chips on them.
Plain without the ruffles or the ripples, just plain like the yellow bag of Lay's.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. I don't like tuna in that form. The only way I like it is tuna and noodles. I really love it where it's made with cream of chicken and stuff like that.
See,
Other than that, that's the only time you'll see me eat any kind of fish is in that.
Two salads will have potato, but it won't have onion or celery bullshit.
No.
I think Mrs. Jerry's original is like the one that I go to. And then tuna salad without, again, onions and celery. So tuna, Miracle Whip, small shells, and then peas. Again.
Nope.
When we go camping, there's a huge fucking Tupperware thing. I mean, it takes up half of like a bigger cooler on like the bottom because it's like I'll sit there and just eat that for the whole day until like supper. Just sitting there watching the lake. Miracle Whip over mayo every time because I do not like mayo.
Wise man, Baz. Wise man. Just saying.
That might be something I make for the first games of the year for softball if the weather holds.
Yeah, it's same. When we're wrapping up or getting close to wrapping up, you're over here making sandwiches for tomorrow or for the next day, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was fun. But no, that the first game is the 10th, and there's a doubleheader that's Saturday the 11th. But they're down, and of course Vinny not in here. Owatonna, just east of Owatonna, so it's past the cities. So they're taking the charter with the baseball team, playing Kenyon Wanamingo on a Friday, and then Hayfield, which is usually pretty good in Legion Ball baseball, and then what is it, Blooming Prairie, which I think football they're usually pretty solid. So it's just somebody different, which I like. You're not playing the same bullshit teams that, oh man,
my baby.
We're playing somebody that you're winning like 18-2. Who cares?
Right.
It doesn't do anything for your fucking team. It's nice to have one of those games a year, maybe two, just to like, okay, we need a little pick me up, and Jesus Christmas, 5-6 of them, and so.
Yeah, John, you're probably right. I could see Bob putting tuna in his cereal.
I've tried right out of the can tuna. I'm like, ooh, that's not a. I mean, if you're out in the woods or something, and you're like desperation times, you got the pouch, and you're like, I need something. I get it, but if I'm in that situation, I have done something tremendously wrong.
Right.
to get to that point. So, yeah, tuna melt with cheese. That's good stuff too.
No. Well, and before we get too far into the evening, since it's fairly early, and Baz happens to be here, since he's always the one who brings up the old wreaths and all the fun times back at the house. It has officially been 1 week since I've had a cigarette. One week. Well, 1 week and an hour ish.
That's great.
Yeah, super.
So, and the crazy thing is, the weirdest thing is like trying to find shit to do sometimes to kind of fill the void of like going outside.
Yeah.
But like in all seriousness, like no cravings.
Really?
None.
That's awesome.
Like there has been no interest. There's been a few times where it's kind of like, you know what? The cigarette would be nice, but it's not because I'm craving it. It's just for the simple fact that it'd be nice, but no. Nicotine's out of my body, so like why am I going to like jeopardize what I've worked up to this point?
Right.
So
that's awesome.
No, you already need to drop the dart now because like, the dart is non-existent, and I don't plan on it coming back. So, one of the biggest tests was playing disc golf on Saturday, which forever in a day, like it was. I mean, a round of disc golf usually takes anywhere between 3 to 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so 5 to 6 from the time we get there and by the time we leave is typically what I would have. And playing. No, we did play a full 18. There was 3 holes under construction. We just doubled up on a couple holes.
Okay.
But like having none and having zero cravings at that time, like none. Because the worst I play typically is when I would smoke more. And like my game started going to shit and it didn't even cross my mind. So I'm on drugs. No, I'm on Chantix and also on Wellbutrin. So I started on Wellbutrin. It helped. And then all the shit happened with the separation and having to sell the house and pack it, and that kind of shit. So it kind of just went to shit. And I started taking Chantix at the beginning of the year. And then like I ramped up over time per the doctor's instructions. And once I started taking 2 a day, I just slowly started dropping the number I was having each day to when like after the last cigarette I had last Tuesday while having a beer, I haven't had one since. And again, no cravings. So but again, like I was ready. And that does make a difference. That does make a difference. So
What do you think the savings will be then?
Well, considering I never put cigarettes in my budget, I'm not really gonna notice it.
Okay.
At least not for a while, because again, like I never had it in the budget. It just was a thing.
It was just another bill.
Yeah.
Correct. And it's like it was a daily bill. So,
Yeah.
but again, it was never part of the budget. It's just like I don't have gas as a budgetary item. Why? Because I don't drive a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
My driving consists of typically to the Walmart, which is, half a mile up the road. I go to my old neighborhood, which is like 2 miles up the road. The furthest I drive is to my doctor and to the dentist. Outside of that, like my sister and brother-in-law and my niece and nephews live not more than 10 miles from me. So I don't drive a whole lot. Hence the reason gas has never been part of my budget.
Yeah. Yeah, I drive 48 miles a day if I only go to work and back. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but man, I would like to live in town.
So you're closer? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be 12 minutes from driveway to work.
Right.
Parking. It used to be only 12 minutes. Now it's right around 32, 34. And that's just because it takes a long time just to get out of my town, out of Sedalia. It's a pain in the ass.
Correct.
Yeah. It's all stoplights.
Or stop signs if you go.
Yeah.
Like we came in that time instead of coming in off like the main drag and then over. We came up all these side streets and I'm like, oh fucking hell. And blocked the freaking stop sign. I'm like, why?
And then you'll hit the awesome intersections that have no stop sign, so it's just a no fault intersection.
Yeah, free for all. So I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ty, 2026, I can't speak for everywhere, but they raise the taxes again, which they do freaking twice a year at a minimum. It was $22 for 2 packs of cigarettes. And it wasn't uncommon to go and buy 2 every day, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, that's what, $720.
Now, on average, I was a pack and a half a day.
660.
But, it's sometimes it was more, sometimes it was less, but it averaged out to pretty much a pack and a half a day, which is why I went and bought them every day. So it's, again, it's significant amount in savings, without a doubt. But I don't look at it from a budgetary perspective because, again, it was never part of my budget. So those were all the wife's spaz. There was no decorating really here for Christmas. I have a ton of Christmas shit, but it's all in storage, and I couldn't tell you where all of it is in storage. So I'm not going to go spend hours of a day to pull out a bunch of crap out of my storage to find a little bit of Christmas stuff just so it could feel like Christmas here. Yeah, not doing it. Yeah. So it's been weird. I'm not going to lie. Because again, you eat dinner, you go smoke a cigarette. You sit at your desk and work for a bit, and then you go have a cigarette. That's the weirdest thing, is trying to, and I won't even say try and stay busy. It's filling that 5 minutes multiple times a day by doing something else. That's really the weirdest thing. Because I get up, I initially changed my morning routine on purpose to kind of trick my mind to where it doesn't think, okay, you woke up, you got dressed, you made your pot of coffee, you go have a cigarette. You come inside, you pour your cup of coffee, you have a few drinks, you log onto your computer for work, and then you go have another cigarette. So no, like I completely revamped my morning routine. I'd get up, I'd come log onto my computer, I'd go make my coffee, I'd go take a shit. It's you just kind of change it up a little bit to where your mind doesn't automatically think, wake up, get dressed, coffee, cigarette, come inside, log on, have a bit to drink. Yeah, it just Baz, I'm gonna be honest, like seriously, I don't a lot of people will tell you the physicality, the physical habit, the hand to mouth thing as part of it. Which is why a lot of people gain a shit ton of weight too, is because they eat more. Uh, I will say, like my eating patterns haven't changed, so I don't find myself just randomly snacking. One, because I don't keep the shit in the house for that reason. Uh, doesn't mean I still won't put on a few pounds just because like it is a lifestyle change. But again, I don't I really don't have the issues right now. I don't have withdrawals. I don't have the cravings. I don't have the wanting to have like my fingers. Like I used to bite my fingernails for a lot of years, and I quit doing that. Now, do I kind of chew on them from time to time? Yes, but I don't bite them. I'm not like ripping off my nails. Uh, so I mean, I have fingernails. I never thought I'd stop doing that. But I've done a lot of things over the past few years in preparation and hoping that I would reach a point to where I was ready. And when I was ready, I told the doctor I was ready. And we started with one way. It helped. It didn't fix it. We tried this. So far it's working. And he told me, he's like, listen, don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. If this doesn't work, there's other things. This isn't like your end all be all. Like there are other options. But let's see how this goes. And so far, so good. So we'll see. Again, I'm taking it a day at a time. I'm not looking at, 6 months, 1 week. Like I'm just a day at a time. Guy, you guys may be old, but let's be realistic. Like we're all in our 40s here. Like I remember the mall and all the ashtrays in the mall, and you could smoke while walking through the mall. Now you couldn't smoke like in the stores. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't let you smoke in the stores. But as you were walking through the mall, all you saw was fucking smoke. My mom smoked at her desk for a lot of years. So like I remember it. My mom was a smoker. My grandparents were smokers before, they both quit, but my mom smoked forever. So like I remember it.
I remember the cigarette machines.
Yeah, I remember so much of those times. Like it's smoking and non-smoking in restaurants like they were the same size. One side was smoking, the other side was non-smoking. But it was like half the restaurant.
Yeah.
We went to, I don't remember if it was like a late a late supper for one of those like pre-national shows out on like the northwest side of the suburbs. Some like a big restaurant, big open floor plan. Again, you had the booths, you had the middle parts. And it's like, oh, this, you want smoking or non-smoking? I'm like, well, and this was 2016, 17, one of those, I think 2016.
So 10 years ago.
Like Potter, Cancelleri, Ryan Neal, me, BB. It might have been 17 because I think Benny was there. Yo Show. And again, Moultrie and all. Fuck, there must have been Owen. That was another one that was from the cities that was there too. It must have been like 20 of us. And we're like, no smoking. Booth here, like the higher partition, not even to the ceiling. Booth here, smoking, non-smoking. There again, and that's what it was back in the 80s. There was no difference.
No.
You went in, you smelled smoke. It's like, okay, that's part of the deal. That's part of the stick.
And you waited longer to have a smoking table. Like, if you could accept the fact of not wanting to smoke before you get your food or smoke and visit after you go non-smoking, you get in a hell of a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you want a cigarette that bad enough, like, you fucking get off your ass and you go walk outside.
Yeah.
Which is what you do now. But I was trying to remember the last time I traveled for business, and I couldn't even tell you what year it was. Because California was the first to basically ban it everywhere. And that was the weirdest thing, because I hadn't been to California in a while. And it was one of those, like, it didn't click, I guess, in my head. But I had gone to San Antonio for business, and they still had smoking rooms. The next time I went, of course, it was gone, because that's when, like, there was none anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, none indoors, period, end of conversation. Like, there is nada. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's only, I know of one airport, Salt Lake City. They have a smoking area inside the airport. It's one of the few that I think is left remaining in the entire country. And the only reason why I know that is because I had I'll call it a layover from Reno to Salt Lake before catching a flight home. Which, it's like, really? Okay, whatever. Roughly the same size plane too. I'm sitting there going, okay, this makes no sense. Usually, like, I could understand a smaller plane, less fuel, like, but yeah, it was about the same size plane. But whatever. And we were a little bit delayed, and like where my connecting gate was, I walked right by it, and that motherfucker was cram packed with people. Like, if you were claustrophobic, you would not have been going in there at all. There was almost no room. Almost no room. Now, I will say, you couldn't see a whole lot of smoke, because I'm sure their ventilation system in there was like top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people opening the door, like, you could see it exiting.
Yeah.
But to walk by, you would think to see the big old plume of smoke at the freaking top of the room. Not really. But it just, and I would have gone in and had one, because we were delayed leaving, which means, like, by the time we got to Salt Lake City, I had like 12 minutes, I think, to get to my gate, and it was on the other side of the fucking airport, of course.
Always.
Which is why normally when I flew for business, it was straight shot. There was no layovers. But when our company started getting super fucking cheap, anything to save like what seemed like $20. It's like, really? Really? But yeah, so like even before they tore down Texas Stadium, like I remember in the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s, you could still smoke at Texas Stadium. Only X number of years later, there were certain spots outside of the stadium in which you could go smoke. But I mean, like here's the doors, like you're like right outside the door. So it's not like you're going the 25 feet from the building type shit. You literally walk out the door and it's roped off and you're smoking like right there outside the door. I mean, technically, I'm not like, I have to be 25 feet from the building here. It's posted. Not in my building, on some buildings. But yeah, 25 feet. So, it's a lot of changes and for good reason. Let's be real, for good reason. Secondhand smoke is deadly. It's been proven. And no, I'm not going to be one of those, ex-smokers that get on people like, man, don't fucking blow you smoking. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people. Like, if smoke gets in my face, I'll shift and move. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So the difference, like I was always a courteous smoker. I always did my best to make sure that I paid attention to where the wind was going, to where like if somebody was outside who didn't smoke, like they weren't getting pelted in the face every time. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Let's be real. Sometimes it's unavoidable. But if you're cognizant and you pay attention and you give a shit about people, you pay attention. But like for me, my friend over here, who I smoke with. Wow. I used to smoke with, who I drink with. Like he still smokes. And he's asked me, he's like, is it bothering you? I said, no, I'm good. To catch a whiff of it here and there, I guess it kind of keeps me, I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but
it's almost like a bump that you get to you. It's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
More or less. That it gives you the experience without actually.
Correct. And it's minor.
Yeah. It's not like he's WrestleMania 5, Morton Downey Jr. His pip just blowing in his fucking face the whole time. And
yeah. No, and he pays attention. Like he's what I consider a courteous smoker and actually pays attention. And I told him, like, if it gets to the point to where it bothers me for any reason, like I'll shift, I'll move. It's not like we can't still carry on.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I'm not gonna force him to hey dude, like, can you move? I'm on his patio, it's his space. Like, I'll fucking move. It's not that big of a deal. But I still remember my mom when she quit. She was terrible. Son, you need to, mother, shut up. Just because you finally quit after all these years, and the only reason why you quit is because your doctor told you if you didn't, you were going to die. That's the only reason why you quit. I wasn't told any of that. I'm not ready. When I'm ready, I will quit, but I'm not ready. Well, Mom, shut up. I'm like, don't be one of those, because you smoked forever. I never not knew you with a cigarette in your mouth. You smoked in the car when I was freaking a kid.
Yeah.
In the back seat. Like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah, but don't start getting on your fucking pulpit now, man.
But those are the worst.
Oh.
And I told myself that, like, when I was ready, and if things progressed as I was hoping, that I would never be one of those people, because I can't tell you how many times I had people or run into people who would sit there and say stuff like I'm like, shut the fuck up. Don't be holier than thou, thinking that you're better than anybody else because you quit. Good for you. Like, that's awesome. Like, and I'm not being a dick, but don't you come barking and no. Dave's actually eating dinner when he has a chance to take a bite or two.
Well, my third bowl of dinner, but yeah. Anyway. Well, let's.
Wow, Joe. Like, interesting. I mean, very interesting question, but
urine trough. I've done that at Wrigley, and then at the old Metrodome, they had the big.
To be fair, Wrigley smells like a giant urine trough.
Yeah.
I could believe it.
You go down there, and the bathrooms are right next to concessions, and you can't tell the difference.
Yeah. When you're out in the corridors and everything, it's just like, I know that smell. That's stale urine.
Like, hooray! What? Did we miss the target? I mean,
like I've done the same thing, so like it wouldn't matter. Now, if you combine that together, like eating, dining in a restaurant in the smoking section with, pissing in a urine trough, like if you combined them, then okay, might be a little bit different of a situation, but one's not worse than the other. Just throwing that out there. There's a hockey card.
A nice one at that.
I'm working on it.
I'm trying to get the hollow foil to show up, but
it's doing it. It's doing a little.
It's trying to grab it, but not the best lighting. There we go. There's a little bit. That's a jersey numbered 8 out of 10. And then what I would consider the bigger card.
That's crazy.
I'm going to turn off my TV. That way I don't get that reflection. There we go. I think this will prove to be a pretty significant card down the road. But it's a game used or game worn on both of them. I love hockey cards. I would like to collect them more, but for the most part, Ovechkin's the only player I care about, and he's too damn expensive.
Hi, stranger.
Hi.
Did you just wake up?
No, I just finished my homework.
Oh.
I am tired though.
You almost just got home from practice.
You almost have that I just woke up voice. Like you've been asleep for 10 hours.
I wish I was sleeping for 10 hours.
Yeah, well, hey, guess what? We as adults would love to get 10 hours.
I'd love to
I'm
get
just
10
saying.
hours in 2 nights. I'll take that.
If I got 10 hours, my body would probably hurt.
Yep. I did it when I was sick. And it was just moments between consciousness.
Yep.
That's all
You
it
get
was.
It's because you're sick.
True. You have a point, daughter.
Because when I was sick during my midterms, I had, like, I would wake up and I would still be in bed and I would, like, go to the bathroom. And then when I came back, I would just, like, lay back in bed and then I would, like, stare at the ceiling for, like, 5 minutes and then go back to bed and then repeat that over a span of, like, 30 minutes.
No, like 4 days.
And then, like, no, I would barely eat anything because if I ate, I felt like I would throw up.
This is true.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst kind of sick is when you nothing sounds good, even though you know you should put something on your stomach. But yeah.
And
Always
then, like,
saltines.
and I
Saltines.
knew I was sick because when I wasn't eating, like, I didn't, when your stomach hurts, like, you feel like that pain in your stomach, and then I didn't feel that, and I'm like, oh, something's wrong.
Go to sleep.
About that one.
Go to bed. You need to wake up in the morning.
Well, yeah, I did. I have 3 more days until spring break. And Friday is my initial, and I have no soccer tomorrow. I have no goalie practice, which I usually have.
Write that on the calendar.
Right? I was going to say, okay.
That's the first time in like.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
6 months, 10 months, 12 years.
Her goalie coach's facility that they go to, they're having ID sessions for 2026, 27 season. So no room at the inn, as they say.
Darn.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the downtime as much as what you can.
Correct. I have a workshop till 6 o'clock at night. So
oh, poor
lucky me.
Poor
to
baby.
the people watching this, I have one thing to say.
Okay, bye-bye.
All of a sudden, an infomercial breaks out.
Well, I was trying to, like, how does he know what she was going to say? Like the joys of a teenager. Like, I get it. I mean,
I literally was going to say goodnight.
There you
Camargo!
Yeah.
Next time I see you, girl, if you do that shit again, I will give you a swift kick in the ass multiple times to where you're not going to be able to sit.
I would like to see you try.
I don't think there's going to be much resistance from anybody else in the household.
If I can take down my dad, I can definitely take down.
You can't take down your dad.
Yes, I can. I can do some pretty. I have to.
While you are talented, I let you take me down.
Ready?
Oh,
Square up. Square up.
Sweet.
On that note,
square up.
You do not want me to go.
No punching.
Oh, no punching. Oh, there's rules?
Yes,
no, there's no freaking rules. There's no rules.
This is the mile. This is the mile.
Oh, sweet girl. Sweet girl.
Can I say goodnight?
Yep.
Good night, Chrissy Camargo.
Okay, bye-bye.
Camargo.
Bye.
Good night. And again, swift kicking ass multiple times for you not being able to.
Oh, child.
How much money you want to put on it, sweetheart? I got 50 grand.
Yeah.
What do you got? And if you can't match it, then you're shit out of luck.
I've got $37 and a bunch of cardboard.
Yeah.
I've got no money, but I've got cool shit.
Yeah.
What she fails to realize is like she's never seen my son. My son is he's 6'3", was like 310. He's down to like 240. Of course, he looks a lot better at 240. But yeah, he learned real fast. So you and your $110 soaking wet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I love you, sweetheart. If she's lucky.
I love you, sweetheart, but don't.
No.
You don't want your mouth cashing checks, your ass, or writing checks, your ass, whatever the fuck.
We got it.
You know what I mean?
We know what you mean.
Fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. It ain't gonna happen again.
Right?
Nailed it.
Yep.
Oh, but see, Mike, that's the funny thing. I may be old.
Correct.
But you'd be surprised. I can still move in pretty quick bursts for my old age. So
you haven't seen his 10-yard cone dash, Mike. So
it's like Tebow. I mean, it's amazing.
Eat a dick. We won't go there.
No.
My own kid can't catch me.
It's like when we played the parents played the kids. All the parents are sitting there like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "You're all crapping out after 5 minutes. I'm in goal, running up, running down, trying to make plays. For the fat guy that's out of shape, I sure am doing pretty well. I wonder how that works." The non-athlete's the athletic one. Picture that. I thought Meredith was going to have an asthma attack, and she doesn't have asthma.
Well, that's why I said I'm only good for short bursts, man.
Yeah.
Smoking for a lot of years kind of does that. just saying.
We can't, because she's in 8th grade, Mike, she can't officially have anybody look at her. So we went to a thing in about an hour south of us, and there were 14 college. No, there was more than that. There was like 28 colleges. Well, we were on the second day. Well, most of them already skedaddled, but Wayne State was looking at it, and I was sitting next to whoever it was, and a couple other guys came in, and I heard one say, "Well, that goalie would be pretty good if her team was a little bit better around her. She's got good distribution, so I'll take it for what it's worth." And she actually practices with the Oakland University's goalkeeper men's coach. So not bad.
I think people like they can start like, I won't say scouting, but that's what it is. I think they can scout, but I think
they can't talk.
Yeah, it's like 10th or 11th.
That's what it is.
I think it's 11th grade when you can start really connecting.
Yeah. But now Michigan passed that NIL thing for high school. So what the heck's the difference? You know, you could be in a sophomore in high school and get NIL money. So there's really no amateur hour anymore. Mary's apparently broke her phone. That sucks. She said, I'm glad you care. Well, I sort of do and I sort of don't, but we have insurance on it. Go get a new one.
Yeah, what a concept.
I'll continue to beat mine up for 5 years because that's how long I keep it. Last time I kept it for 7. And then it wouldn't take a charge, so I had to buy a new one.
Jesus Christ.
Where?
No. One of my so the company I worked for like years ago, you could call him CFO, even though like we were a tiny company. But like I knew he had passed away. He passed away on the 13th of this month. But services are not until April 23rd.
That's odd.
Wow. I mean, I get it sometimes like that. The only thing I can think of is because he is former Navy. That's as soon as they could. Like, I don't know if he's going to be buried like at DFW National.
Yeah.
If he is, then I could see that being a possibility because, like, it's nuts for them. But it just says memorial service. So it doesn't mention anything like, burial to follow. So my guess is private service with his family. He's going to be cremated type thing. And then just a thought. Yeah, he was my weekend buddy. Saturdays were straight overtime, and Bob always worked on Saturday, and I always had shit I could do. So as long as overtime was approved, I knew I could go to work. And he was there usually 4 to 5 hours. So, but he was also my smoking buddy on
That
Saturdays.
helps.
So, but yeah, 79.
It's not bad.
Yeah, dementia.
Yeah.
So, sucks the older we get, man. I'm telling you.
That shit creeps.
Yep. But my dog just burped. And then looked at me. Hey.
So
Sorry,
what are we talking about tonight?
I didn't mean to go down, a sad path, but
we've never done that on this show.
Never.
No, never. It's just one of those in which I had been waiting to hear from, my ex-coworker on like when services would be, because like she's the one who called me the day of, like he had passed that day, and they called the dental office because he was a patient, which a lot of the people for that company were patients there. And then of course it went from the dentist office to my ex-coworker. Then of course she started making phone calls to other people, but I wasn't expecting it to be that long. I mean, that's, a month and 10 days. That's a while.
Yeah, that's odd.
So, but anyways, I don't know, Dave. I'll be honest. I didn't pay attention to what was on the placeholder.
Never done that either.
I usually try and do my best to at least look at it and kind of pay attention, but this one was not one of those moments.
Well, it was a late add to the. Oh, it was Sunday afternoon at some point, I think, or early evening.
But then again, we don't always talk about the subject either, so it doesn't matter, I guess.
It was about fanatics and how stupid people are to constantly buy into their products, even knowing that they're not any sort of superior product.
Oh,
you just keep fucking blaming everything else except yourself for being stupid and spending the dumb amounts of money. But again, that seems to be the prevailing trend amongst humanity. So,
well, and let's be real. So, like, the increase in pricing all started during COVID. That's when it really started to be more prevalent. I should say right after COVID. Because we've all said it. Manufacturers aren't getting their additional piece of the pie. The secondary market is getting a bigger portion than what they felt like they should. Hence the reason why they jacked up the fucking prices through the roof. And too many people have paid it over these years. Fanatics ain't going to change it. This hobby in the sports space is going to be so different between now and, let's say, 5 years from now. Much appreciated. Just for the simple fact that, as we know, Panini's slowly exiting, but they will continue to make unlicensed. They've done it in baseball for years. Nothing that's not going to change. What'll really be interesting is if anything ever comes out of the lawsuits and the countersuit and all that kind of crap. Because I'm speaking for myself. I haven't heard anything new, old, and different.
Yeah.
But we all kind of had a feeling that it was going to this was going to draw itself out anyways. We'll call, it's two powerhouse companies. I mean, billion-dollar companies fighting at each other. So this shit's going to be drawn out forever. By the time all that shit is figured out and done, freaking Fanatics will probably have held the licenses for 3 years or some shit by the time all that's said and done.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to, depending on the outcome and depending on which way it leans, I mean, it could be a interesting dynamic. But, this is nothing but a repeat of 2015. And people griped about it then. Didn't change anything. People still bought stuff. But a different time. Because at that point, pricing was still normal, if you want to call it that. Now, it just gives these manufacturers more of an opportunity to put out more shit that cost even more money.
Mm-hmm.
and we've talked about it before. National treasures, exquisite, 5-star. Later on, like the first couple of years of flawless, like that was primo products. Primo. That was top of the line. That was the cap. And then Transcendent came along a few years after that. But I don't. After seeing just some of the initial stuff, like I'll give Fanatics credit if they really are going to try and do more direct to consumer. We'll see how that goes. Something that like we as collectors have yet to see. Like you didn't get direct pricing, yeah, like Panini's done it for a bit, but they have bots fucking buy the shit out of that stuff anyways when the stuff drops as it is. I tried to buy 24 optic blaster hobby last year, and like I was there. I was where I was supposed to be. I was online. I was putting in my order, and it timed out every fucking time. And I'm like, and I wrote something to them, and they're like, well, yeah, that's been known to happen with these, highly sought after products. And I wrote back, I was like, and you're full of shit. Your shit couldn't handle the traffic. And because I'm not spending and buying multiple cases or whatever, because I even think they had a limit. Like you could buy a maximum of a case per order. Like, don't give me that crap. I was there on the dot when it immediately became available and put in my order, and it timed out every single time. You can't tell me that has. I have a gig internet. Like I've got a gig pipe here. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
Like don't give me that crap. Oh no.
Yeah.
Your servers couldn't handle the traffic, which means you found ways to get priority to those people who freaking have bigger. Like fuck off. And we all know it's bots. It's all of the bots.
Do you want to know some of the features on a 1990 Ford Ranger XLT? they list during a commercial. Here you go. Air conditioning, 60/40 cloth split bench seat, chrome step bumper, deep dish cast, aluminum wheels, outlined white leather.
Okay.
Steel belted radial tires, sliding rear window, so the beer window.
Yeah.
I don't know, electronic, I don't know, it says ELEC, so AM, FM stereo with cassette. Low mount.
Score!
Huh?
I said score, man.
I know. Low mount swing away mirrors. Column 2, here comes this is the fucking money. Tinted glass, which on this model at the commercial, there's no tinted glass whatsoever. Gauges.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing, I guess, right?
Tachometer. Carpeting. Cargo box light. Multi-port fuel. Injected 2.3 liter engine. So, I mean, you get an engine with this truck. 5-speed transmission. Power brakes. Power steering.
Wow.
You're getting a new truck?
No, that was a 94.
Oh.
This is 90 Ford Ranger XLT because I'm watching the 1990 NFL draft. And whatever Yeah, and like again, like they got a Bronco. It's like the same washer defroster is one of them.
Woohoo!
A tilt steering wheel. Ooh, man.
Hey, I remember that was a big thing, man.
I like that. I don't have that in my vehicle. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. I like to have that steering wheel down a little.
Yeah, crazy thing is, you're watching the '90 draft. You don't get to watch Emmett get drafted since he was in the supplemental draft.
No, he was the pick that I think the Vikings had. The Dallas and I didn't know that, and that's again. I started watching this the other day, and they said, well, Dallas doesn't have the number 1 pick because that was the Steve Walsh pick.
Okay.
For the supplemental, because I'm like, why are the Colts taking 1? I've been watching the '89 season. Dallas is far and away, head and shoulders, the worst fucking team out there.
Yeah, because weren't they like 1-15 or something?
Yep. they beat the Redskins in RFK. And they were up on the Rams by, I don't know how many points, 10 points with 3 minutes left. And
yeah, of course, after, Aikman's probably 6th concussion already.
That had to be his best game as a rookie. He had 4 touchdown passes. He doubled his season total. But yeah, that O-line was still coming together. Defense was, they keep
Abysmal.
talking every game. They're like, oh, they played Jesse Solomon and then somebody else that they got from the Vikings in like the second and the fourth quarter, and their other backers in the first and the third. I'm like, because Del Rio's part of that grouping, and I don't know, somebody else was too. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just play the best all fucking game? Again, I know you're trying to at that point evaluate talent because.
Well, yeah, if your season's already trashed, now you're just trying to figure out, okay. But then again, two quarters is 2 quarters. Like,
yeah, you could have
each quarter can be significantly different.
Your offense could somehow put together like a drive that lasts half the quarter or close to it. And then you have, okay, a 3 and out, and then they're back out there, and like you get maybe 3-4 minutes of time in that quarter, and you're like, well, that doesn't do me much good, but
yeah, kind of hard to evaluate talent in that little amount of time.
But yeah, just like everybody's so like Andre Ware is the future quarterback, the franchise of the Lions. They're gonna be set for the next 10 years. And
like, oh hell, my yeah, okay.
Did they know? So, but yeah.
Fast forward.
Yeah, pick 14. That's what just happened. Oh, good. They got Jeff George up there. Everybody wants to listen to him.
Well, because that was who all was in 90. Was Sayal drafted in 90?
That's when I became a Chargers fan because I'm like, that guy looks fucking badass.
Because like I'm sitting there like trying to think at like card pictures going through my head of like, okay, who was in 90?
Jeff George in the pro set, Blair Thomas.
Yeah, I remember those.
Traded up to get Cortez Kennedy with the Patriots, Keith McCants, Sayal, Mark Carrier.
Okay.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I think Pro Bowl. So he had the pro set error. Andre Ware, and then Barry Sanders had the error. Chris Singleton, not the White Sox center fielder. Richmond Webb, Ray Agnew, Anthony Smith, who? Story about him. James Francis, which I remember him. Percy Snow, I remember the name.
I remember the name.
But he didn't do anything. And then Ronaldo Turnbull, which he was around for a while for the.
Yeah, I remember that name too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anthony Smith, they had a good story about him. It's like at 9.
Jeez.
At 9, he stole a car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good way to.
With 2 friends, and I think they said the 2 friends died. in the car crash, and then there's something at 11 where I don't know if he robbed or murdered. I don't know what it had to have been something else that was terrible. And of course, who took him?
The Raiders.
So, yeah, that when the dude on here said that, I'm like, really?
That's got Raider written all over it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Running a 4140, you better have shot or had 2 to 10 domestics or terroristic threats or something, because Al Davis salivates over that stuff.
And okay.
Because I mean, if you take the Raiders colors minus the silver, it's basically a prison suit.
Yeah, unless you
again, not like orange, like that type of stuff. But I mean, or you look like a prison, the yellow or the white and black.
I still remember watching the draft when they drafted Darius Hayward Bay, and everybody was like, "What? Who?" Because you know how they always show like the grouping of fans for the team or whatever, and they're all sitting there going,
"Who?
What? Who?"
Yeah.
And even that, and everybody was like, the panel going, okay, it's like they had to like reset.
It was the same reaction that Patriots fans had like the last 5-6 years Belichick was there. His first round pick never made any sense to anybody.
No.
But the difference is at least New England won championships.
Not those years they didn't.
No, they did not.
Well, but you get what I mean.
He had the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's built up some of that equity of like, well, he's won title, so we gotta. But yeah, when you have like a Toledo center in the first round, like again, Michigan, okay, they run a lot. Go Penn State, okay, that's somebody that can block for somebody. Toledo, like what? Number 15 pick. I'll give you 2 guesses. Okay, it's the Oilers. But he had a card in 1994 Stadium Club that was a redemption only. And I know at some point I've showed it recently within the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, and I've slept since then. A little bit. 1990. 94 Stadium.
What was the super premium? What did it look like? There was a cool, like, almost like a silhouette photo, but it was him as a side portrait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Shannon Sharp, Scott. For whatever reason, I thought he was 89. Not sure why.
Oh, it's not. That's Michael Barrow. Wrong one. Lamar Lathan.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, and then Berman just handed Jeff George his Pro Set rookie card. How cool is that? And Jeff George, typical Jeff George fashion, just sort of looks at it. And Mel Kiper right away, too. Him and Bill Tobin or whoever was that GM that he loved so dearly. He's like, that's why the Colts are in this position every year. I've got Jeff George as my 7th rated quarterback, and he goes number 1.
Yeah, Bill Polian, wasn't it?
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, they did not like each other.
Made for good TV.
Absolutely.
And Bill Polian wasn't wrong about it either, because again, Mel
No.
Kiper never fucking played a downer football in his life.
No.
But all of a sudden, you're an expert.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter how much tape you can watch, how you look at stats, how you can break down shit. College is college. College does not always transition to the NFL.
No.
Tim Tebow.
Because the NFL is made up of all Americans on every team at every position.
Yeah. 3 deep in certain in a lot of situations.
Yep.
Like guys that could probably start one team are freaking playing special teams. That's all they have room for them on their team is on the special teams.
Yep.
Or hell, the practice squad for that matter.
Yeah, you try to hide guys on the practice squad.
Yep. I mean, so many highly touted guys going into the draft, and one out of every 35, 40 over the entire draft. In other words, like, so there's going to be more than just the one, but I mean, very few times and very few drafts do you do a lot of the higher draft picks become winners or become worth a damn.
Because most of the time you're drafting for a need.
Correct. Not a want. It's a need.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just saying, hey, man, I don't care if I got Brett Favre and Brett Favre's in year 6 or 7. I'm like, if that quarterback's there in the second round, if that's our 8th rated player, if nothing else, we can tinker with him. We've done it before. If Favre goes, we at least hedge our bets.
Right.
Yeah, I watched a video thing recently where they were talking about, the way Randy Moss ended up on the Patriots instead of being on the Packers. And that whole situation was crazy because there was actually a point where Rodgers was in the discussion to go to the Raiders in the Randy Moss trade.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it went far, but it was a thought. And the fact that right up until it was announced that Moss got dealt to the Patriots, the Packers brass just had too much. They were too full of themselves and thought they already had a done deal. They were just going to be able to get him. And I think they were going to get him it was a 3rd or a 4th pick, which is what in New England ended up giving up for him, was a 4th rounder. And then he went on to set the single season touchdown record that first year.
Yep.
18-0 heading into the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And the Packers just never got, and it carried over to when Rodgers took over. They never went out and got a weapon on offense if it was available. They just didn't do it.
Well, look at Dallas though, having a chance to draft him.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
And didn't do it. And could you imagine? Yes, I know we don't do hypotheticals, but could you think about it though? Could you look at what they've done to this point? If they would have drafted Moss and at least had him for 3 or 4 seasons, I think there would have been a little bit different outcomes for the Dallas Cowboys going into the mid 2000s, I think.
For sure.
Well, that would have injected some fucking much needed youth and excitement and
attitude.
Yeah. Again, you got Irvin, you got Emmett, you got the remnants of the line, you got Aikman. Again, you'd probably have to find a backup that's competent because Aikman at that time was literally a pinball out there. Yeah. When he got picked, it was Steve Young number 1 and then Aikman number 2 with God, I don't want to see them get hit because I don't know if they're going to die out there.
They draft Randy Moss. Jason Garrett never starts for the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
Because they're going to attract better guys.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, yeah, and Dallas ended up settling for Terrell Owens from an attitude perspective.
Yep.
And I say settle because not that Terrell Owens was a bad receiver. I'm not saying that, but it's
T.O.'s top 5 all time. Period.
In the end, 100%. But again, it's still one of those in which he didn't do what they wanted him to do. Like he didn't really give them everything that they wanted.
Well, I think he did that wherever you went. He just he couldn't get it out of his own fucking way.
And that's true.
I mean, I love to have the attitude, the confidence that's like, hey, I'm the best. Hey, good. I don't need you to fucking tell me every 10 seconds.
Yeah, cockiness and arrogance is great.
I can't have you have a game with 19 catches, whatever it was, 330 yards for the 49ers against, I think, the Bears that time. And then the next week come with 3 for 42. And you still have 8 to 12 targets. Be like, I'm not going to fucking throw it to you every play. Because I don't want to see the mopiness when you don't catch it. Hey, somebody got an overthrow. Not everything is a video game where you can get it out to.
Right.
I don't know what you're fucking playing, if it's too much Madden or what. Somebody needs to hit you, Chad Johnson, old school Randy Moss. Just have you 3 stooges and fucking bang you at the 2x4 and you all clock noggins because you need shit fucking rearranged up there because you're not. Did you see that number 80 for the 49ers? Did he ever do this shit? Ever?
Well, he didn't say much of anything.
He just performed.
Hey, follow that fucking lead. Shut the fuck up. You would have, those 3 would have, again, Moss, that's one that I always loved. I hated the Vikings. I loved watching Randy Moss because that was, again, the super freak. Owens and his stupid going to the fucking Dallas Star and like, man, just stop being the fucking cancer on every team.
Yeah.
You get in your own way so many times. You could have fucking a whole mantle of goddamn awards and Super Bowl rings and all this other shit, but you just fucking couldn't shut your fucking. You went to UTC, Tennessee fucking Chattanooga. Be happy. You're getting money. You're getting recognition. Nope, can't do that. Just shut up. One of those veteran linemen should have just clocked him and said, "You fucking idiot."
Here, let me knock some sense into your ass.
Oh my god. Chad Johnson too. Chad Johnson, I mean, every time he did something, it's just like throwing your helmet off and flinging the ball, jacking. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're in the Bengals, man. I'm like, oh.
And then change your name.
Really stupid, just stupid. Yeah, at that time, that was just like the league was a bunch of fucking short bus idiots. I mean, who was it? Pac-Man Jones, another fucking so much talent, but God, just a dipshit douche.
Yeah, he couldn't not be doing dumb shit outside of football.
Yep.
And again, Marv Lewis, I mean, it's like, man, that dude's fucking one of the most respected dudes in the league. And you got all these idiots on your team. It's like you've got the fucking what's the
that
movie?
Dude had blackmail on the owner.
He had to have.
There's no way he got to be head coach that long.
Because Chris Henry dies of like standing in a fucking truck and going on a dirt road or whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? You're playing in the NFL. You're probably a year away from superstardom, and you're doing what?
Yeah. Interesting times back in those days, to say the least.
The positive that you say out of that with Adam Jones is Adam Jones took care of his kid all the way through high school and to college.
Antonio Cromartie, Travis Henry.
Antonio Cromartie doesn't even know all his kids' names.
He doesn't even know how many kids he's got.
No.
They're still coming out of the woodwork.
Well, it ain't worth getting child support from him because you're splitting in 19 ways.
Right?
That's like I said, he should have been a farmer.
Yeah.
If spreading that much seed, you should fucking be growing crops.
Jeez, Dave.
I'm okay.
Jesus Christmas.
Ay, ay, ay.
Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs are trying.
Well, Phyllis, good old Phyllis.
Yeah. He's got enough for a football team.
How many is he at now? Is he 10?
No, he has 11, I believe.
Well,
maybe it is 10.
He's got a lot, but again, with him at least it's with one, and it's
No,
under,
he's
right.
no, I 100%.
Yeah,
you're not just like, it's not literally a cornhole fucking thing, or like what do you think, the whack-a-mole?
Yeah, the whack-a-mole.
Oh, right there. Oh god, oh that's it. Oh fuck.
Did
oh
you
god.
See there was a meme joke going around, and it was talking about Tyreek Hill on his next team. He wants to go to a team that doesn't have one of his baby mamas in towns, and they said so. Basically, he's down to 4 teams.
Yeah, the options are fairly limited.
Yeah,
obviously no major market for him. Sorry, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Miami.
Yeah,
New York, Boston.
Any
LA.
town or any team with a night scene.
Yeah,
it's going to be out of the question.
It's going to be. You got Green Bay, probably
Seattle.
Maybe Indy. That'd be another one, and then Carolina. Maybe.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to some Petey Pablo over there and keep going.
I'm surprised he doesn't come. They don't bring him back to Kansas City.
I wonder if that's one where it's going to be after the draft.
Oh, before he gets a team? I think so.
Just see where everything sort of trickles out.
Yep.
Well, the question actually becomes though: is Kelsey actually retiring?
No, he signed.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he signed yesterday, I think. He signed a new 3-year contract where basically only the first year is like the other 2 years aren't real.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-year, $50-some-odd million contract, but basically it's this year.
Yeah, this is why I hate football players. Yeah, I'm going to retire after this season. Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to retire.
Yeah, but they're going to keep giving me millions of dollars, so I'm going to keep doing that.
I mean, yes, Kelsey is older, but like he can still play at a high level. Like he's still talented. He's still a hell of a tight end. I think he's a piece of shit of a person, but
he was 2013. So This is his 14th year.
Yep. But it drives me nuts. Make a big deal about retiring after the season's over for whatever reason, and then
Oh, trust me. I lived through several years of Brett Favre.
I know.
And even at the end of it, whenever he decided to come back, I was still on the Favre side. I still wanted Favre to be the quarterback when they moved on to Aaron Rodgers.
But I mean, Brady's done it. It blows my mind sometimes that and I mean, again, I get it. I understand that's been your life for, a decade and a half. That's all you know. That's all you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to walk away. I get it. But at the same time, at what point is the possibility of you basically becoming a cripple? I mean,
yeah, it can happen.
It's crazy when you think about it.
It's not as common as it used to be, but it can still happen.
Well, tearing an ACL. Like, how many ACL tears does it seem like happen every year nowadays?
a lot, but the Achilles has been the one the last few years. It's been wild. You didn't hear about the Achilles tendon popping very much, and then all of a sudden, everybody and their brother is popping them.
And you had it in the 80s and the 90s, but that was mostly because of fucking turf fields.
Yeah.
The Astro turf was fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. I just saw the Steelers traded with the Cowboys, so they dropped to. Emmett was picked at 17.
He was picked at 17. Okay.
And then got the amazing gift of running behind the greatest offensive line ever.
Yep.
I mean, he got 4 or 5 yards down the field before anybody touched him.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he wasn't fast either.
No, he wasn't fast. He wasn't really all that
quick. He was quick.
Isn't all that quick? Wasn't all that agile, really?
Well, no. All he had to do was like, if he had to make a cut, it was literally a single cut and go.
Yeah,
and that wasn't common either because 95% of the time he ran through the fucking hole that he was supposed to run through.
Right, because it was there.
And a Mack truck could have driven through most of those.
Yep.
Well, that was kind of the point that we were making. AstroTurf causing a lot of the issues.
Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't the AstroTurf, it was the Detroit Lions franchise and ownership group causing
They're still outstanding.
Yeah, Barry Sanders still an All-Pro. Yeah, I'm good. Calvin Johnson
I was just about to say Calvin Johnson
on the road to being one of the greatest wide receiver ever, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna retire, man.
Yeah.
And I saw him talking in an interview recently where he said the hardest part was telling Stafford. He goes, I knew before the season I was going to retire, but I didn't tell him until the end. He goes, I felt bad.
Yeah, because he was still at the top of his game too, man.
100%.
But he was taking fucking shots. I
know. I know.
Yep.
For fantasy for I think 4 straight years. And every time it's questionable, shoulder, knee, ankle, foot. I'm like, man.
Falling on that concrete floor.
That guy being that big, it's like, man, you're not only taking it when you fall into the turf or whatever, it's like you're jumping up.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you're like a fucking pinata with all these guys just diving at you and flying at you.
The true definition of a football player, like giving it 110% every fucking time to try and win football games. Like, there's not a lot of that these days. He put his body on the line so much. And how many number one receivers nowadays would literally put their body in those positions like Calvin Johnson did? It's a small handful.
Not many.
Yeah.
It's a small handful.
Julio Jones is the last guy I remembered that was willing to take all the shots.
I mean, the crazy thing, you see your second, third, and fourth string guys doing that just to try and make a name for themselves so they actually have a future with the team.
Yep.
But your number one?
You ain't doing it.
Very rarely. Very
Too many
rarely.
millions.
Yep. I lost my lid to my water bottle.
Yeah, Willie Galt was another one too.
Yeah, a lot of interesting back in those days.
Yeah, I think that '89 team for the Eagles. I just watched the Bounty Bowl for Thanksgiving in Dallas, and then they just had. I'm in the middle of like the snowball game, back in Philly a couple weeks later, and they were saying I think like 7 guys for the Eagles that year had ACL injuries.
Jesus.
That fucking Veterans Field or Veterans Stadium turf, and then there's seams would rip, and then I think it was in St. Louis where they're playing at Bush, and they're fucking is either there or Cincinnati where they're putting like dirt in the groove or where the seams were at because it's still baseball season, like back in September, and so they could play the game. You'd have second base, just like Oakland used to be, where you'd be at Alameda Coliseum or whatever.
This is not a baseball channel, Ed.
Yeah, what the fuck? Do I look like baseball collector or a small little troll that lives under a bridge? Like a leprechaun?
Damn, he beat me to it.
Spreading our hate.
Yeah, that's about right, Mike.
Oh.
Indoor, outdoor carpet on a parking lot.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, your patio carpeting or whatever. It's like, there it is.
Well, that's how it was when I played indoor soccer. Like those pellets and shit that your kid has a tendency to pick up after indoor soccer games, or
dude,
outdoor.
There's so many freaking turf pellets in her room.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing back when I played.
Yeah.
Well, no, they never had field turf back then.
That shit fucking hurt. You want to talk about freaking? You didn't slide tackle unless you absolutely had to, because if not, like your whole leg would be nothing but freaking raw freaking.
Some of those pitches we play on, good God Almighty, they're horrid. And they'll go like this. They'll go and then boom, down.
Yeah.
And the ball just takes weird bounces, and you play in the rain and all this weird stuff. It's just like where the pros played, it was a high school football field. And that ball that they used took the weirdest of bounces. Then they changed balls. I like the Hummel ball. Then they went to Zara, and that thing was just like kicking around a volleyball. It was horrible. Then they got the Zara 2.0 during this tournament that I went to see last fall, and it wasn't bad. It was better than the first one. But it's like the equipment you use is just, you have to have the right thing. Like, she's tried all these other gloves, and she's like, nope. I buy the German Egos from Ego USA. They just had a sale. They're usually like $100 and some bucks, $150. They were $46 a piece. I bought her 4 pair. I said, that should last you through to the summer. She's on her 2nd pair of the 4.
And then there was me. Never wore them.
Yeah. Well, she just got wrist guards. I saw something on Instagram, and you basically, instead of taping up your hand, you put it around your thumb and it wraps around. And she used it the other day. She said, I think this is what I need. I said, well, you could tape your fingers if you want, but she said, that's easy. That saves me from wrapping my wrists every practice and game. It's boom, done. She goes, now, if they come up with something to put on your fingers, she goes, I'm set. But she's never really taped her fingers. But almost every goalie that I've seen, keeper that I've seen, they tape their fingers too. The pro ones. I'll put it that way.
I guess I was old school because that was.
I'm glad I wore the gloves when I played that match that we played against the kids, because some of those girls can shoot decent. And
part of it though is the grip. That's the whole reason why typically you wear gloves, is because the grip.
And the thing about those egos, there's no grip. I don't know why she likes them though.
Are they tacky? Are they a little tacky though?
They're the least tacky gloves I've seen of all of them.
Interesting.
And like Adidas and those, when she sprays them before a match, they're good. But like, I'm like, you should spray them before every practice and that, because there's that glue that they put on it.
Yeah,
it's like what movie it was. It's like jerking off a elephant. It was Major League.
The Replacements.
Yeah, it was the Replacements. That's what it was. Now I remember. But it's in soccer, it's legal
to stick them.
Yeah. So I mean, you watch these guys; they catch the ball, and the ball's like it is. You hear the sound, and you know it's sticking to something unnatural.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't like how the glove. Like my hands would start sweating. But I guess the bigger
have an odor to them.
Well, it's not, but like again, playing soccer here in Texas when it's 100 and something degrees outside, like there's a bigger difference. So I mean, it just
yeah. I don't think we've ever played in 100 degrees. I know they've played in the upper 90s, and what they do for the kids is they cut it into quarters instead of halves. Then they have a water break.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, because the reason why is, remember all those kids in high school football were dropping over dead?
Well, yeah, that was because of also two-a-days.
Yeah, well, they did it for soccer. They split the halves. So you played 2 30-minute halves normally. Now they play 2 35-minute halves. I think it's 35-minute halves. So 17 minutes, then you get a water break, and then they let the clock run, and then you got like 3 minutes to get a breather, and then you hydrate and you go back on.
Yeah, no.
Well, like C said, that's kind of effing pointless to me, Dad. I'm always out there. I'm like, this is true. I mean, you don't rotate a goalie. It's kind of, usually they play a half and then somebody else plays a half. And that's her big thing, is she wants to play the whole friggin' match. Because there's a lot of teams that are carrying two goalies now. One plays one half, one plays the other. But I think that screws up your goalie.
I played the whole game. Yeah, I played the whole game. Like
he goes, I want to play the whole game.
The only time I came out is if for whatever reason I got hurt.
Yeah. Only reason C ever came out was either she got hurt or they were up like 10-0. Like they never did it when they play on the regular pitch, but in boarded, they played 2 25-minute halves. And they were up most of the season 10-0. Then there comes a Tasmanian devil out there. She's playing goalie, she's playing midfield, she's playing defense, she's trying to score. And she, like I said, she whacked the ball one time and a girl between the wall and the girl's head. And it knocked her out cold. See, and then C went like this, and they go, she's laughing. I looked at him, I said, what? Her dad. And I'm like, take it back. She ain't laughing. She's in shock because she just hurt your kid. Shut the up. Don't be a dickhead. My daughter's a goalie. She's feeling for the other person. She didn't mean to do it. But I can't help it. She's got a freaking rocket kick, and your daughter went up this way and put her head between the freaking board and the ball instead of going like this with her hands. I can't help this shit.
Even if she meant to do it, that doesn't mean that she's still not going to be like, oh my God, and concerned. Like,
yeah. She's like, what did they say? And like after the match, I was like, I asked the kid if she was all right. And she said, yeah. And then the dad gave me this look. I was like, dude, go back under the bridge. Here, there's a pot of gold.
I never had to do, like, I don't. My mom and my grandparents never had to deal with that shit.
I deal with way too much crap.
I mean, granted, okay, like you always had the stigma of, like soccer mom. Like that was always the thing because soccer moms are usually psychotic.
Dads are no much better.
Yeah, but the thing is, back when I played, you didn't see many dads. It was usually soccer moms. And, one dad would be there, but that's the coach of one of the kids. So he's the head coach. Then you would have, every once in a while, a few of them would be there, but it was more to help with, the sidelines and that type of stuff. But most of the time it was moms because that's just what it was. So of course, soccer moms, that's where the whole fucking stigma came from because that was usually the majority. But there were only like a handful of times in which there was that much bickering and issues between opposing teams. And of course, maybe that's also because like we were on opposite sides of the field. Because every place we played, like you had one set of stands and another set of stands. So one team was over here, one team was over there. So the only time there was any kind of jaw jacking was, during the game because somebody got hurt and somebody thought it was a bad play and, everybody's going to want to protect their kid. And when you're out there playing, like you hear that shit. So it's not like you're oblivious to what's going on. Because not only do you hear your coach, you hear the fucking other team, parents yelling at their kid to do this, and you got your parents and yelling and telling you, like, and yeah, tune it out, pay attention to coach. Yeah, easier said than done at, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Doesn't always work that way.
No.
Like my kid says, she don't hear shit. And I usually don't sit next to my wife. Everybody looks when I sit next to her, they're like, what's he doing? I usually go sit on the opposing side. If they switch and people will give me this dirty look, I'm like, try it, asshole. Like they say, gone in 60 seconds. I'm watching my kid because people are stupid. So I put my chair right at that post, right behind it, far enough away so I don't have to talk to anybody. That's where I go. Because I'm almost 50. I don't need drama. I don't need it.
You still got 2 years.
Yeah, from Alaskans to Carolina. I don't need your drama.
Oh, but why not? That's the whole fun of it all.
What is it? Something about Eye of a Needle versus Vintage Collectors and Gates. What is that? I'll have to remember for next time.
I'm lost.
Nah, they won't be. They won't
have to have a conversation.
They won't be.
I'm just a tourist.
I'm just a sinner. That's me. Anywho, want to see some cards?
No, I want to go see my bed though.
Well,
yeah, I like that idea. I want to go to bed.
You don't want to see some cards? You pricks.
Make it quick.
Yeah.
So Dave can wrap us up and we can go to bed.
That's out of Tim Hortons. The new iteration.
I was going to say
Canada.
The one.
Yep. And there's the ruby red to 100.
Make them big.
Oh, I want to.
If I'm going to look at cards, I want to see them.
There's the ruby red. I needed that one. Here's a good one. Jeff Morris. There you go, buddy. You're atomic. There's the 1 to 99. Then we got to 100. But a lot of holofoil.
If people want to see what I picked up, I actually fucking made a video.
Yeah.
How lazy I was.
That's the 35. Now I got the trifecta, the regular one, the red, and this. That's the 25. Artifacts.
I like that one.
This foliage.
Speaking of artifacts, the red to 50. This one was a huge one for me. To 50.
Spectrum? Or what is... Oh, it's a
It's black diamond of some
Black
sort.
diamond. This one's to... Another one to 25.
That's awesome.
And there's a pair of pants. It's my first pants piece.
What? When did they wear pants in hockey?
Oh.
I thought they were called breezers.
Whatever you want to call them. And then my favorite one, and this is not a real autograph. It's a
facsimile.
But this was an Easter egg.
Oh, a decal.
A deckle edged Easter egg that was in OPG in 1213. And it's a facsimile autograph, but it's blue ink.
That's a card. That's not an Easter egg.
It almost looks vintage.
It's vintage adjacent.
Yes, but that's it.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't bought much. I've been buying for Christmas. I got Dave's done. I got one of Michael's bigger ones. I got 2 of your 3. They're Scorpion King. That's nice. God, that's nice.
That is the prime version.
The 25? Yep.
4 of 25 jersey number.
You and them jersey numbers, dude. Good.
I like them.
I know you do.
Yeah, go. What's the guy's name on Instagram? All he's been posting is jersey numbers.
Who's that?
The far guy.
Ovechkin the Great or Grade 8 or whatever.
No, the other one.
Oh.
That Ovechkin the Great's got some.
Is it?
Yeah, he lists by year. All his uploads are for a year of products, and almost every one of them's jersey numbered.
There's another dude, too. He basically collects 05, 06. So that is
he's rich.
It is. His stuff is sick.
It's Jan Man.
That's Alex. Yeah, he bought from the same collection I was buying all my stuff from.
Yeah, but all he's been posting has been jersey numbered. And we're not talking like 4 of 25. We're talking like 4 of 1,000.
Yeah. That was from the claim sale that was in our Packers group.
Okay.
Him and another guy, there was 2 of them. They were getting claimed within like seconds of getting posted in the thread. And that's where I got that fabric of the game was in that thread. I couldn't believe that nobody jumped on it right away because everybody was buying all those cards and they were paying really good money for them, more than I was willing to pay at the time. And I was like, I'm just going to wait till there's something I really want. And then the first one was that one.
That was dope.
Face mask piece. That one 4 out of 100. When that one popped, I paid the $100 that was on it. I wasn't going to offer because I knew that if I didn't pay the 100, somebody else would. And then that fabric of the game came up, and I'm like, that price I know is stupid low. So,
yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to beat Alex to that one.
I'm still reeling from my loss of that one from before around Christmas. The one I forgot about.
Yeah.
The 6-piece patch. I still kick myself for that one. But then I get over it and then I'm like, eh. So I like I said, I haven't bought. Those are probably over the last 5 months. That stuff right there. I haven't bought a ton, but Bob's done stuff, or yeah, Bob's done, Brad's done. Just that's freaking gorgeous.
You decided to get another one from that set, Dave?
I can't tell who were. Is it Joe Horn and Deuce McAllister?
Little Big Horn and then Devery.
Oh, Devery Henderson. Because I know Joe Horn's autograph because it's weird as shit. It makes no sense whatsoever. You don't get Joe Horn out of it.
No, not one bit. But yeah, there's them. Regular.
That's a cool looking card.
Clear Authentics.
Yep. The piece of ticket. Oh, that's significantly lower. Purple. Purple's 101, is it not? No, it's at 10.
And then, so you see the.
Excuse me.
There we go. That's a cool set.
But no, so there's how many up? I mean, 4 or 5. 39, 49, in that range. I'm like, Joe Horn had a very good career.
Yep.
Devery Henderson had a middling career. That's not anywhere near what I want to pay.
Yeah.
So I think somebody had one for $19.99, and then one somebody had for $15. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. And the guy with the 15 offered 12. I think I countered with 9, and he took it. I'm like, okay,
hell yeah.
That's where we're looking at. Like, this is just like a picking up where
I wonder.
Like nice cards, but I'm like, this isn't something I want to be like diving deep into, and I'll pick one up here, there, and everywhere. I know I showed one in the video, the Topps Pristine box topper auto.
Yeah, I still have to watch that.
Did Panini ever make a signature move of him with the cell phone?
I don't think so. Which
they
is
missed
stupid.
Out. They should have.
It should have been Ken Norton. Ken Norton punching the goalpost. Joe Horn with that. Terrell Owens.
Randy Moss moving at Lambeau.
Terrell Owens with the pom-poms.
Well, they did do the Terrell Owens with the popcorn in Panini 1.
Okay. Chad Johnson, was he the one that proposed to the cheerleader? Somebody proposed again.
Maybe. I just remember Chad Johnson. He had the canoe. And then
Steve Smith had the one after the boat thing with Fred Smoot up here in Minnesota. What the fuck was it called?
Oh, you spun.
All the strippers were on the boat. Because Fred Smoot was involved with strippers on Lake Minnetonka. And Steve Smith scored a touchdown, and he started doing the row the boat thing like the week of that happened. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I'm now a Steve Smith fan for life. Because that was beautiful.
I remember when Chad Johnson had the gold jacket that he made.
The Love Boat, that's what it was. Mike Tyson, what a coach. What a coach. Scalping Super Bowl tickets and having strippers and boats. I mean,
well, heck. If you got that kind of money, why not?
Well, he didn't. Well, he's trying to get that kind of money for the Super Bowl tickets. I don't think it had anything to do with the love vote because I don't. Again, Fred Smoot was, I know, one of the main characters of that. Of course, coming from DC.
All right, Dave, wrap us up.
Well, thank you all for watching this disaster. Very informative episode of hobby news, comings and goings and such.
Nothing of importance.
Over 2 hours of your life you'll never get back, which...
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not sorry. Because
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're
Nope.
watching live, so... next week, I don't know, maybe that placeholder that I had will come up just because I hate people. Maybe I'll tag those people.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we have that episode, I'm gonna tag every one of those people in the descriptor box below. In fact, Steve's gonna put up a poll. Vote this week, and if you don't vote, you're doing a disservice to the community.
Michael's favorite topic.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. I'm gonna take off. Spring.
Michael,
I think I'm gonna go on early retirement.
he's just gonna be eating cottage cheese in the fucking front porch.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it'll be Independence, Ohio, Strongsville, whatever time, and that'll be 5 weeks.
Oh,
Then it'll be Road to National.
I
And
overheard-
that'll get us to September.
I overheard somebody mention that Strongsville show whenever I was at the card show a few weeks ago. I wanted to turn around and go, ha! Gay? But I didn't. I wanted to.
Oh. I just want to go to Expo. My next national ball probably will be the one in my backyard, but the most important thing for me is to get across that border to the Expo.
I'm going to Ryan Shop Saturday
That's a good
for
trip
the
too.
card show in the card shop.
Same guy gonna be there buying the Packers stuff again, or
Maybe. He's who I've sold to the last 2 times I've gone to Columbia. He's the one. Yeah, well, last time I went to Ryan Shop and sold everything to Tyson, they just turned around and sold it all to him. But I really don't have too much I'm really looking to sell.
Strong dependence.
so join us next week and see who we can offend and what lurkers might step out of the shadows only to get a spitting back fist. I know Sammy Thunder won't. Our ticket leprechaun guy won't. So we're just too hateful. Too much hate in our heart.
I'll come up with a better name next time.
No, we just say what other people aren't willing to say out loud.
Yeah, they want to say it. They just don't because
What's that saying?
they care what other people think, and that's just overrated.
Yeah.
Do bad things, get bad prizes. Hi, I'm the bad prize. Call as Biggie Smalls used to say, I call it like I see it, G.
And that motherfucker could see around the back of his neck with that one eye.
He was, man, still can't believe. I remember the day I heard he died. Then Tupac. It was like, or was it vice versa? I can't remember.
Tupac was first.
Yeah. And it was like, damn.
September, Biggie would have been this month in '97. Like a week or two before Life After Death dropped.
I remember getting that at Dave's Music Mine, my copy of it used. Back then, everybody was just buying the CD at wherever had it new, ripping it, and then selling it back. So I used to go, it was that double CD, and it was pristine. It was new. It was like $26, and he had it for $20. and I bought it and I took it home and I listened to that demo. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then I remember getting my first Alice in Chains album, and I was like, wow, this is unreal.
And yet here we go again, trying to wrap up the show.
I'll shut up.
It never fails. No, it's always one of us. Like
Yeah.
it's just, it just cracks me up.
So yeah, join us next week. We might talk Easter eggs because Easter's got to be coming up quick. So
Yeah.
That's right around the corner.
who knows? We'll talk about finding joy in the hobby in these tough times.
As the hobby explodes once again.
So, again, I'm just going to point. Michael,
Stay the way you used to.
Yeah.
Just do it like you used to.
Vincenzo.
Perfect.
Steve.
Perfect. Yep, perfect.
I'm Dave, everybody's favorite. Remember, collecting cards, wonderful hobby. It's the people you piss off that don't say it to your face along the way. That's what really matters. Go vote, everyone.
Good night, everybody.